As the playoffs continue, the action intensifies. 8 teams eliminated, and now the true contenders begin to emerge. Nothing can be taken for granted, and those not ready for the next level will be the next to go. This is round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
Hello and welcome everybody, this is Aprilian. Thank you for watching my 16th video about playing a center in NBA 2k13 MyCareer. And following the epic battle against the Bulls, in which we beat them, it is now time in the playoffs to face the Miami Heat. They are up against us 3-2, so this is now a key match. We have to win 2 in a row to not be eliminated and to move on to the next round. Now, how I play these playoff matches is actually I simulate 2 key games. So that's why it's always 3-2 something for one of the teams, because honestly I don't really want to play 5 million matches in the playoffs, so I always only play the key games. And in this one, like I said earlier in my Bulls video, I always have good rebounding games against the Heat, because although they are of course a very good team, their defensive and especially rebounding presence, oh my god, in your face. So their rebounding presence inside or under the basket is not really that good, and they are not really physically strong as a team, so we always have good matchups against them, with me playing as a center for the Bucks. So I always have a lot of rebounds. However, just like in real life, their defense is quite good. Well, maybe not Chris Bosh, but they always have quite a few steals, and they intercept passes, so they are always a good challenge. But still, we always have a chance against them, playing even in the playoffs. And as you can see, they start out quite strong. In the first quarter, they already have a 6-point lead on us, but the lead never really got out of hand, so we always had a chance to come back. And in my opinion, the Miami Heat is, or the team is really simulated in this game quite well, because they are a superstar team, but they are not like the unbeatable kind, with I don't know, unlike the Lakers with Kobe Bryant, who always scores like 50-60 points or something. Strangely enough, even with well, arguably one of the best players in the game nowadays in real life, with LeBron James, so he doesn't really go for millions of points. Neither does Dwayne Wade. They just play like themselves. So, for example, LeBron James, of course, he has jump shots, and also he has kind of unstoppable dunks. But to be honest, they are unstoppable in real life as well, so I don't really have a problem with it. And he doesn't overdo it, so it's not like he does 50 dunks a quarter, so you can live with it, and you can attempt to do something about it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just basically have to score at least as many points as LeBron James, and then you don't have a problem. And since he's not scoring a million points, it's not hard. Now this last possession, the pass, I didn't really know why it was a bad pass, because it got through and Monte Ellis got the basket, so I didn't really know what the problem was, but nevertheless I didn't get the assist. And as you can see, towards the start of the second quarter, they have again a pass. Okay, they intercepted it, but still it goes through, and still we got 2 points. Again, not an assist, but no problem. The thing is that we got the 2 points. So the thing is that LeBron James plays like himself. He scores about 30, maybe 40 points, but not more than that. Dwayne Wade, of course, runs the floor. They actually have a lot of fast breaks, just like in real life. So again, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, their speed and quickness is like above 90. Strangely enough, Norris Cole, although he did score a layup here, he wasn't really a factor in this game. The only other factor was, of course, Chris Bosh. And as a center, he's quite hard to defend, because of course he can drive, although he doesn't really attempt layups or dunks, unless he gets an excellent pass under the basket or something. But he's always a threat to drive and dunk, because of course he can do it, it's just that he doesn't do it that much. And just look at that, pass between the legs of Norris Cole. I mean, okay, now that's an assist. So Chris Bosh is he can be quite deadly from layups and dunks, but he's even more deadly with his jump shot, mid-range jump shot. So, and of course mid-range jump shot is now, for me at least, it's much harder to defend actually than a layup, because if you get close to him to defend him, I mean put a body on a body, then he can drive by you, but otherwise he can of course make a jump shot. And I believe that he might have, I haven't checked it, he might have dead eye. So luckily he doesn't take that many jump shots, but if you leave him open, he will attempt a shot, and he will most probably make it. But other than that, his defense is not really that good, and like I said, their physical presence, this time against Haslam, is really not that good. So as a center, it's really kind of pleasant to play against them, because you can get a lot of rebounds, and if the pass comes through to you, then you can slam on their faces. So it's really nice. And now, as you can see, towards the end of the second quarter, we're actually taking the lead. They had like an 11-point advantage towards the start of the second quarter. By the way, this is not a Jordan dunk package, although it seems like it. It's one of the big man one-hander dunk packages, but Jordan would be proud nevertheless. So now we are holding on to a 2-3 point advantage. Actually, it's 5 points at halftime. So let's see what the commentators think about that.
Sprint.
Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is in full swing. This is 2K Sports. The Milwaukee Bucks have the lead against Miami. They'll simply need to win this game if they're going to have a chance to make it to the next stage. Thunder has been on a roll in the first half. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And on the other side, Miami's still scrapping. They've done a great job executing their offense. They've been avoiding sloppy mistakes. A great performance by LeBron in the first half. He's got 17 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
Now this play, if we have an inbound play from the baseline as a center, it's basically kind of like an exploit, because if you go and ask for a pass, you will always, well, not 100%, but like 90% of the time, you can ask for a pass and do a slam. So why not do it? And like I said, we are holding on to a 2-3 point lead, but it was really head to head. Now we only have a 1 point lead. And again, I don't know what happened in this game. I didn't specifically try to do bounce passes, but it seems like all of my assists were bounce passes, so it was a bouncing kind of day. And like I said, you know, the rebounding is really not that good. I'm already at 8 rebounds. And Chris Bosh is surprisingly, well, apart from that move, he's surprisingly bad on post defense. So this post spin, I'm abusing it, like I always do. And there's not much that they can do about it. Neither can Haslam. And now it gets a bit exciting, because now the score is even and they had the lead at the end of the third quarter. Again, they have the lead with 3 points. So really nice, exciting battle, but nothing is lost, because we always have a chance.
He's been the guy on the boards today, no question. Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Bucks lead by 1. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes.
And now I'm subbed in after like 2.5 minutes of bench time. So let's see what we have now. The score is still very close. It's time to go into dominating mode. Just like that. By the way, as you can see, just like in my last game against the Bulls in the playoffs, it seems that, and it's rightfully so, don't get me wrong, it seems that the offense and defense of all teams in the playoff is kind of evened out and increased a bit. So actually a playoff, even if you like blow out certain teams in the regular season, if you're playing against them in the playoffs, always prepare for a tougher challenge. So the playoff excitement level of the real life matches is kind of simulated in the game as well. So most of the time a playoff match is always going to be just a little bit tougher than in the regular season. However, getting towards the end of the fourth quarter we already have a 7-point lead, so it's quite comfortable. Okay, let's make it a 9-point lead temporarily. In the fourth quarter, actually, as I found out, Dwayne Wade, I found it from the commentators, so even if you don't know your opponent's signature skills, it's useful to listen to the commentators. So they talk about LeBron James and Dwayne Wade being the closers for their team. Just like that, he's showing me how to do posterizing slam after I miss mine. So Dwayne Wade in this match, in the fourth quarter, he kind of woke up and tried to bring his team back into the game, but we'll see how it goes. And that's a lockdown defender for you from LeBron James, but of course they cannot really lock down the dominator in this game. And actually, if you remember, well, the first quarter there was I had a spin dunk on Chris Bosh, and LeBron James came over to help. So, and still, of course, the dunk went through. So I don't really know when it was a spin dunk just like this, but with LeBron James helping. So I don't really know when his signature skill triggers. I mean, lockdown defender, does it trigger when he's defending you one-on-one, or does it always, or does it also work when he's on help defense? Because it doesn't really show on the top left corner. Of course, I have my signature skills turned on, or displayed, and I don't really know which. It doesn't show when any of these are neutralized, so I don't really know when lockdown defender triggers on one-on-one defense or on help defense as well. It didn't seem to trigger on help defense on that dunk that I mentioned in the first quarter. And as you can see, we have a 3-point lead. Let's make it a 5-point lead, just to put an exclamation point on the match. So it seems that yeah, with 5 seconds it's safe to say that the match is ours. So we move on to the 7th match in this series. So it's from 3-2 behind. We even the score, so we move into 3-3. And now it's time for the last all-deciding 7th match. So I hope to see you next time for this 7th match. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the player of the game.